Abby Turner here, and welcome to this pick a card reading. I'm just hanging out with my bestie Frida Kahlo, and we're going to be looking into the topic of, is your person of interest feeling optimistic or pessimistic about the outlook of your connection? So that's what we're going to be exploring. Frida is feeling optimistic. She is patiently waiting for Diego to finish painting a mural. She knows he's going to be home soon. No lollygagging, so she's very optimistic. She's making the most of life. She's painting, she's got her own painting to paint. But anyway, we've got three options here. Option number one is represented by the Fool card. This deck that I'm using right now is the Cosmic Tarot deck. Option number two is the Hanged Man. And option number three is the Hermit. So go ahead and get in touch with your intuition there and determine which reading or readings are calling out to you, and then just use the timestamps in the description box to go directly to your reading. I'll see you there. Hello to my group one folks. You chose the Fool card. Let's go ahead and see, is your person feeling more optimistic or pessimistic about the outlook of your love connection with them? So I'm just going to do a 3-card spread, and if most cards are upright, then they're more so feeling optimistic. If most cards are reversed, then they're more so feeling pessimistic. And then the cards themselves will give us a little bit more insight into a more detailed answer here. But is group one, the Fool card group, is their person of interest more optimistic or pessimistic? Well, they're more optimistic, so this is good. We'll see in more detail here, but we've got the Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and then the Moon card reversed. I feel, and this kind of fits the theme of the Fool card as well, like I think this person is feeling optimistic because they like the fact that to them, this connection feels free-spirited, right? Like you see how, like she's almost giving Fool card energy here on this Four of Wands. Like I feel like they like when they see you, they like when the two of you are interacting. They don't feel that there's a lot of emotional pressure. With the Moon card reversed, it's kind of like, when we have the chance to talk or hang out or interact or whatever, like it's good vibes and we both seem to enjoy it. Like there's a mutuality here. We're both getting something out of it with the Six of Pentacles, but there aren't any like heavy emotional obligations. So they're feeling optimistic about it because they feel like you're both getting something out of it and there's not a lot of emotional pressure, basically. So lighthearted, that doesn't mean that they wouldn't be open to something more serious or whatever, but they like the fact that you all are in a phase where it feels more lighthearted and like, c'est la vie. Let's just take our time and see what happens here and not rush or force anything. So I did think that this probably was going to be a quicker reading, but let's see. Is there anything else that group one needs to know about this connection? I will say, despite the fact that they feel like this is more like go with the flow, they do kind of like to get your attention in some way. This is reminding me, it's never reminded me of that before, but like, from Greece, summer lovin', having such fun. I can't remember the lyrics, but like that gives that go with the flow feeling as well. Like a summer romance. We don't necessarily expect a summer romance to last. But I do feel here with the Tower card reversed, I would say they're not attached to the idea that it has to last, but they also are not attached to it continuing either, because normally the Three of Wands is about things continuing and developing. Something more comes out of a situation than where it currently stands. So it's like they don't anticipate that things are going to fall apart very quickly, but they also don't necessarily anticipate or have a need or attachment to this going the distance, if you will. Yeah, so I mean, basically they're in the moment. I mean, I feel like this is just further describing their mindset about the connection. What is the guidance to group 1 about this? I think it's I think it's the judgment card. Yeah, I'm a great tarot reader. Aren't you glad you have me here? I think this is the judgment card. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I think that what this judgment card is saying is that I have like my hair is sticking up. It's distracting me. I'm sorry. I feel like what the judgment card here is saying, I mean, like in this particular deck too, we see someone like moving on. I kind of feel like the advice is basically that, not necessarily that you need to move on immediately, but like don't be afraid to move on, or like don't be afraid to just allow this to be a summer romance, if you will. I don't know when you're watching this. You might be watching this in winter or autumn or spring or summer. But you know what I mean by summer romance. Like not every romance has to last in order to be significant or meaningful. So I think that's the guidance basically from your spirit guides. Like free yourself from the idea that it has to go the distance, right? But also learn the lessons, because it does feel to me that there's something to be learned from this connection. You know, also a connection doesn't have to last in order for us to learn something. And I do think that your spirit guides want you to figure out what this is, because there is a lesson for both of you. Can we give group 1 a clue about what the lesson might be? Okay, this is interesting. We have the Empress and the High Priestess, and then we have the Two of Swords reversed. I feel like the lesson is that you do not totally understand. Upright, the Two of Swords is like a peaceful, kind of passive knowing of something. You do not totally understand your, I'm going to just say, like, your feminine mystique. You know, the particular mystique that you have as a person. Most people watching are women, but, you know, like, you have an attractive quality that is, I don't know what else to say with this combination of cards, but like mystique. There is a mystique about you, something imperceptible that draws people to you. You know, like, sometimes it's easy for us to name certain qualities that would make someone attractive, right? They have a great personality, they're good looking, they're successful, they're popular, things like that, right? But like with you, it's like there's something about you that maybe it's hard for even you to pinpoint. And you might be yourself like, why am I attracting this person? Or like, why do I attract people in general? And it doesn't feel like maybe I have the qualities that you would normally think. Or it's like I'm attracting people in such a way that even if I am like beautiful and successful and popular, it's like it doesn't make sense in some way. Like I can't figure out why I'm attracting people. That is part of the lesson of this connection, is to understanding your own mystique. You are mystified by it as much as anyone else is. I feel like what it is, or at least what part of it is that you have strong boundaries. We have the Strength card, the Queen of Swords, and the Chariot. Like you have strong boundaries combined with a sort of emotional openness with the Chariot card. It's like people find it easy to get close to you, or they quickly feel a desire to get close to you. But that desire to get close to you and have emotional intimacy with you is confounded by the fact that you have very strong boundaries. Like you're very self-protective. So those things don't seem like they mix together. It's like that feels like oil and water. Someone with strong self-protective boundaries, and yet people are attracted to you because they feel emotionally safe with you. Oh, that's what it is. People feel drawn to you because you make them feel a level of emotional safety that they can let down their own guard. Now, you might still have your guard up, but people feel attracted to you because it's easy to open up. It's not such a burden, you know? Yeah, they feel, I would say people feel a lot of acceptance, like they feel accepted by you. Huh, okay. They feel accepted by you, and yet they know that you're always kind of going to be, in some way, sort of off limits with the World card. It's like people have a feeling that they're not going to be able to have it all with you, you know? And yeah, that makes them feel kind of sad, but at the same time, they feel like they can connect with you, and like they want to surrender emotionally to you. You know, most people don't really just want to quickly emotionally surrender to a person, and yet somehow people want that with you. And I would say that it confounds them as well, as a mystique is often likely to to confound a person. That is the nature of a mystique. But you do have a mystique. It confounds people. It makes them want to surrender emotionally to you and open up and be vulnerable. Yeah, you make people feel safe to be vulnerable, and yet they feel like they're never going to be able to have it all with you. But they're like, well, that's okay, because what I can have with group one is what I need. Group one gives me what I need. They help me to understand myself. Group one is a mirror to me. Group one is very self-protective. And when I see them being self-protective, it helps me to see how I have my own defenses up in a way that I can finally feel free to let down. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm channeling here. Anything else for group one to know here? So I'm getting mostly a no. I would say, just as a final note, like, it's totally fine for you to have your boundaries up. So just as an add-on there, your spirit guides are not saying like you have to let down your boundaries or that it's wrong for you to do that. When you feel the need to put up boundaries, like, you know, like, trust your instincts as far as that goes. But you do kind of draw people in a way that leads them to want to release their own boundaries a bit, because they feel like they can do that safely with you. But anyway, I hope that was helpful. That was a lot of interesting insights that came up there, beyond just the question at hand. Let me know how you felt about that reading. I have links for personal readings down below as well, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group two, you chose the Hanged Man card, so let's go ahead and see. Is your person feeling more optimistic about you or pessimistic about, like, the connection that they have with you? So let's see. If most cards are upright, then that's going to be optimistic. If most cards are reversed, that'll be pessimistic. And then from there, we'll see what the specific cards are. Will give us more of a nuanced or detailed message here. Okay, well, we're getting strong pessimism because all of the cards are reversed. We have the Ten of Cups, the Tower card, and the Two of Cups reversed. I'm going to start here. I'm going to say, so they're pessimistic about the connection. It doesn't mean that they don't have a lot of feelings. There are a lot of emotions. There are a lot of strong, intense emotions going on because we have the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups. I do feel like this person feels basically in love with you, or that they do love you. But it's almost like with the Tower reverse, they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know, it's like, I have all these feelings. I'm very emotionally attached to group two, but like, I'm terrified that it's just going to all fall apart. Tell us more about that. Yeah, this person gets into like catastrophizing mode with this 9 of Swords. I will say, you know, and I can relate to this. I'm not judging them for it or anything, but like, you know, it's understandable. I would say with this Strength card and the 9 of Swords, Princess of Swords reverse, I would say this is someone who has like kind of control issues. And yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm sorry. I just burped. See, I couldn't control that. Like, there's so much in life, like basically most of it, that we can't really control. I mean, we can influence reality. Our actions matter. You know, they matter a lot. They're very significant. We have free will. But, like, we can't know exactly what's going to happen in our lives. Predictions or no, you know, like divination or no. Like, things fall apart, you know, like things don't always last. That's just the nature of reality. But I feel like the person you're watching this for has a lot of trouble with that. They want to feel that there's an absolute, that they can be absolutely certain that what they have with you, the love that they have with you will always, that you're always going to have this bond, that you're always going to be in each other's lives. They're terrified of losing in you. I feel like they have a real tight grip on it. It's hard for them to relax. Like as a sign of how, like, they have no ability to go with the flow. I can't find the Fool card, which was the option number choice for group number 1. Like, I don't know where I put it. And as I'm doing this reading, I'm distracted, like worried that I've lost one of my tarot cards. But like, the Fool card is about being able to relax and go with the flow. This person is so worried about knowing exactly where things are going with you that they can't relax. They just are in anxiety mode about it. I mean, they've had very loving, sweet moments with you, which is why they love you, and that's why they're so scared for the other shoe to drop. So I'm not saying that they're constantly anxious. Like, they're allowed to, I mean, they're capable, rather, of experiencing those good moments. But I just feel like they really get in their head in a very unhelpful way sometimes. You know, like trying to mentally problem solve, like, how can I hold this all together? How can I make sure that this connection continues to proceed? But it's like an unnecessary level of, it's like, well, overthinking is already too much, but by its very nature, it means there's too much thinking. It's overthinking. But I mean, there's a lot of it. There's analysis paralysis, you know, this person is feeling. They're always like looking for subtle shifts or subtle signs. You know, it's a little bit like, you know, when someone comes back from war and they go to the grocery store, like a heightened, what is it called? I can't think of words, but like going to the grocery store and someone drops something off a shelf and like the person is startled because they've experienced painful things before. Like if you've been to war, you know, maybe a bomb went off or something, or but you're in a grocery store, it's not likely that that's going to happen, right? Unless you're in a grocery store in a war zone. I'm sorry to get off on a stupid tangent here, but you understand what I mean. Like, I'm trying to think of what the word is for that. But anyway, I feel like this person has probably had some sort of emotional trauma, or like things have been emotionally unstable for them in their life, and it's affecting their connection to you, because they're always, like, their antenna is always up, like, you know, like they're always waiting for that other shoe to drop. They're waiting for disaster. It's a doom and gloom mindset, basically, that they have, and they really desperately don't want to lose you because they know that they love you. You know, we had the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups in the beginning, but it's hard for them to sink in and relax into that. Yeah, they're always worried, this person, always worried about the past, fretting over the future, always worried. Yeah, lots of emotional turmoil. So I'm sorry. This person is not optimistic, but it's not because of you. I don't feel that it's anything that you did wrong. It's just that they've had a lot of emotional instability in their life. I think from an early age, they were never really sure what to expect. I'm asking if there's anything else for group 2 that you need to know about this connection. I do feel that you are actually a source of stability beyond which they have never had. They didn't have it from their mother. They didn't have it from their father. They do have you as a source of emotional stability for them, but because it's something that they've dealt with for so long, is not being able to relax and just trust life, that life isn't gonna, you know, have some sort of doom event just around the corner. I think this person will be able through time to learn how to relax more with you. So that's just what I want to say finally. But in any case, group 2, let me know how you felt about that reading, if it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Hermit card. So let's see if the person that you're thinking of, your romantic interest, if they're feeling more optimistic or more pessimistic about the connection, the love connection that the two of you share. If you want more specific insights to your own situation, I do offer personal readings. My love connection reading is a great option. Okay, are they feeling more optimistic or more pessimistic? Okay. So it's not zero optimism, you know, but I would say that they are feeling more pessimistic because we have more cards reversed. We have the 3 of Pentacles reversed, the 5 of Cups reversed, and then the upright card is the 8 of Wands. So what do I think this feels? I mean, I will start with the positive. Like, the thing that does make them feel optimistic is, I would say they do feel like you're very responsive to them. And like they get feedback from you, you know, you don't leave them hanging. They get some sort of response from you that makes them feel safe and secure in the connection. Like, basically they're getting some sort of validation from you that tells them that the chemistry is mutual, right? Like, I'm not the only one feeling it. Group 3 is feeling it as well. We both share an interest in each other. We both want some sort of interaction with each other. We both seem to feel, you know, we're both vibing, right? But where it feels more pessimistic is, I don't know if they have as much trust that the two of you can take this to the next level, whatever that next level might be for the two of you. You know, I think they feel uncertain if the two of you have what it takes, right? So tell me more about that. Why do they feel that way? What's making them feel that way? They desire it very much, for one thing. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Like, they want this to go the distance. They want permanency in this connection. I would say that if you're not at the level of a relationship, they want a relationship. If you're in a relationship, then they want like a dedication of some sort, like to be engaged. If you're engaged, they want to lock down the marriage, etc. But like, even if you happen to be married to this person, like, they still feel scared that somehow you all are going to break up or something. But anyway, so what causes them to have this fear? I think it's just basically a fear. The level of fear they have is at the same level of desire that they have to continue to be with you. They fear the loss of the thing that they so desire. You know, like with the Devil card and the High Priestess together, it's like what we desire, it feels like that desired situation is going to slip out of our hands, because this High Priestess energy is very slippery like that. But they don't want it to be slippery. They want it to be confirmed. They want it... Oh, we have the Lover's card. I mean, yeah. They want this love to be set in stone, and they're just not sure. Like I said, they're just not sure that the two of you can get to the next level. It's just fear. It's mostly their fear. Because they want it so badly, it's causing them to have so much fear that it won't happen. I feel like this person adores you. I feel that they are thinking about you like all the time. They are overthinking it a bit. They are, they're always trying to figure you out as well. Like they do see you as a very loving person, but it's hard for them to trust that someone is loving as you. And so they're like, I'm pretty sure that Group 3 loves me. I'm pretty sure that they're a good person, but it's like their suspicion or their paranoia is triggered at the same time. In general, this person, I think, has trouble trusting that people can be trusted. But yeah, they feel that there's that potential. I really feel like this person desires commitment with you, like a very serious commitment with you. Because they do sense that you're someone they can trust, and normally they can't. But at the same time, they still can't totally trust the connection, or that it's going to turn out the way that they want, basically. That's what they're having trouble trusting the most, is this actually going to turn out the way that I wanted to? Is there some advice for Group 3? I think the advice is, you know, you are fairly perceptive about this person anyway. Your spirit guides are encouraging you to continue to be understanding and perceptive, right? You have you're kind of like keyed in, you know, to who this person is, what they're about, what they're feeling. You have good insights into that already. What they would encourage you to do is, yeah, keep that up, but also with the Fool card here, be willing to kind of relax and not feel like you have to be so emotionally invested in understanding them at the same time. Like, it can be both. You can be like, I care about your feelings and I want to understand your sensitivities and your issues and all of that, but you can't at the same time like let it go and not be so consumed by it as well. Balance, you know, balance in all things is helpful. Moderation. We want to be empathetic. We want to understand what's going on with the other person, but we also need to know where to draw the line so as to not to lose ourselves in that process. So I feel like that's the advice coming through for you, Group 3, my Hermit group. Let me know how you felt about this reading in the comments, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.